If you're a Singaporean, do you feel constrained by the local regulations concerning property investment? Today, let's discuss an alternative way to build your portfolio and accumulate your wealth. Let's go. Hey, my name is JS. I'm a Singapore real estate agent and I have invested in a few overseas property. Now, in Singapore, there are several regulations in place to manage the property prices and curb the speculations, right? Just to name a few of them, right? We have the ABSD in place, which introduces additional tax and translates to a higher cost in multiple property ownership, right? If you take up a second property loan, the loan to value is up to 45%, which means you have increased upfront costs in making property purchases. Then there's TDSR, which limits the total amount of loan that you can take. Last but not least, the most regulated segment is the HDB segment, where there is restrictions on multiple property ownership during the MOB period. All these measures are well intended and I'm fully supportive of the effort to control the price growth to a sustainable pace. However, for anyone who would like to scale their property portfolio, accumulate their wealth, right, they may find it challenging to fulfill these aspirations. So why not then cast your net wider and consider overseas property investment? When you buy overseas property, there are a few obvious advantages, right? Firstly, there's no more ABSD to consider because ABSD only applies for second or more residential property in Singapore, right? There's no more TDSR because if you take loan from the overseas bank, then it's not regulated by MAS. Now, in most countries, there's no restriction to own multiple properties, right? You can therefore work on scaling your portfolios so that when you reach the time when you're ready to slow down and enjoy the fruit of your investment, these properties can give you the recurring income in your golden years. And did I mention that most of these properties are either freehold or 999 years? So there's no lease decay to consider, and therefore it's an option for you to pass down these properties to your future generations. Now, to get the best outcome, you need to choose the right location so that you can get capital appreciation over the long term, as well as a strong rental demand so that you can sustain your mortgage payment over time while waiting for the capital appreciation to kick in and eventually exit with a good profit. So in terms of which market to invest in, today I'm not doing any market comparison because there's no intent to talk down on any market. You buy according to your requirement. Maybe it's for retirement, or is it for holiday home, or is it like me, I'm purely looking at the returns. So today I'm going to just focus on the market that is top of my list, which is the UK. Let's look at a few parameters, right? Firstly, despite being a developed nation, the population in UK is still growing, largely coming from migration. Okay, as you can see here from official source, the population is expected to grow by another about 10 million for the next 22 years. As you know, a growing population is definitely a positive thing for property prices. Therefore, there's optimism in the long term for the prices in the UK. Next, UK is the market where for the past decades, there has been situation of an undersupply of new houses. If you refer to this chart, the bars show the number of houses built for the past decade, and it has been shown to be consistently less than 250,000 per year. But the official estimate says that the UK require at least 300,000 houses per year to meet demand. So as a result, we see a consistent uptrend of the house prices as well as the rental prices. And this will continue to be so as the situation is not something that can be easily resolved. Every government of the day had promised to do something about it, but none so far has been able to crack this. And this pretty much explains why, if you look at the prices going forward, JLL has forecasted that over the next 5 years, the UK house prices will grow by about 17.6% and the rental price will be grown by 18.8%. I would say that 3 to 4% growth per year is very good considering certain countries or cities are actually stagnant or even declining. Right? Now, a final point, there exists a price gap between Singapore and UK property, right? Take for example a new launch one bedder in Singapore CCR, you're looking at about 1.3 to 1.5 million or more, right? In UK, in London, you're looking at about maybe £600,000, which translates about 1 million Singapore dollars. In the second tier city, Manchester, you're getting one bedder at about 300,000 pounds, which is about 500 plus Singapore dollars. So this means that the upfront investment required for these properties are significantly lower, and there's even chance that with the same capital that you have, you can buy multiple property in these countries, in these cities, and scale up your property portfolio from there. So I've covered a few basic facts that why UK market is potentially a gem for you to explore, which is the very reason why many Singaporeans also has chosen to invest in the UK. Now, if you want to go deeper into this topic on how to get started and on more information on the financial returns, just click on the link below and I'll reach out to you with the detailed financial numbers. Now, in conclusion, I will say this. Singapore is still a safe and stable market to invest in. So today, if you do not own any property under your name, do consider purchase one in Singapore, right? Because today almost all regulations are targeting multiple ownership, but not on the first one. However, if you already own a property under your name and you are thinking about scaling your property portfolio, right, do consider overseas property, especially the UK property. I would urge to give it a fair chance and not to just brush it aside because you don't know what you're missing out. Right? Do drop me any comments below and click on the link if you need more information from me. With that, I've come to the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Stay safe and I'll see you soon.